The Anderson AM-15 utility rifle in our ammunition and accuracy testing videos. But before we get into it, if you would please subscribe, hit the like button, make a comment, and if you can see fit, become a member and help support the channel. Alright, this here, of all the guns tested, this is the only one that has a 1 in 8 twist. All the others have 1 in 7. Okay. There were some things about this budget gun, some minor issues with it, but I also found out with this different twist, it seemed to shoot certain ammo better, and that is why I'm running these tests. Okay. So we did it with 55 grain ammo. Probably in the future we'll do it with 62 grain ammo or a heavier bullet. And shot at 50 yards, and I ran through all the 8 different brands of ammo for accuracy and function. Alright, here we go. Next up is our Anderson. And the battery is good on this T-dot sight. I may have to retest the Radical firearms. I may just put the scope on it, re-sight it in, because that scope does make a difference other than this T-dot sight as far as picking up and holding it. Alright, that was Ingman. This gun has a 1 in 8 twist in it. Out of the 4 guns that we're testing, this is the only one that is different. All the rest of them are 1 in 7s. That's our old Army. Out of Croatia. Now this is the one that one guy went out, fired this 55 grain Frontier ammo from his 17-inch barrel carbine at 500 yards, and all this other stuff that's supposed to be the ammo that'll work in the 1 in 7 twist barrels without fail. Now this recoils differently than that old Army. That old Army's got a jolt to it. Okay, now our ammo from Estonia. One thing about this green dot on them weird red targets, you do pick up the center when you're on the bolt. It pops right out at you. Okay. Now the stuff from Czechoslovakia. PMC. Beating the piss out of the camera this whole time. Yoshi. And this is it is 5.56, not 223. There's two different types of this ammo. And last but least, PPU. Okay, so like I said, I got another gun to test, going to run this stuff off, and then we're going to break each one down and review them in a series. But no malfunctions, everything's been running good. Alright, the Anderson rifle, which has a 1 1/8" twist barrel, and that one had one of those T-dot scopes on there that did function. And the strange thing about it is when you line that little dot when it's on green and it goes right dead on that center, that little white center bullseye like pops out at you 3D. So that was one advantage. When the dot scope was working, it was pretty cool. But the results, I thought this would do better, but the results just aren't there. Alright, so let's start at the top. That's our Ingemann, kind of strung out the 5 shots, 1 7/8. Okay, our Old Army, all in the white, but 2-inch group. Now the Frontier ammo, again, 2-inch group. Okay. And that was the ammo that one guy, was shooting in his gun with a 1 7, did well, but 2-inch group here. Triple G 1 3/4. Okay, not too shabby. That Czech ammo, that Patriot Sports or whatever, 1 1/2 inches. You see, there's a nice tight 3-shot group. It was probably the closest that any, on any of this ammo out of that rifle. Then the X-Tac 1 1/2. So these two groups were the closest, 1 1/2. And this had the tightest little 3-shot group out of both of them. That PMC ammo is pretty good. I've gotten good results with it. Fiocchi was 2 inches. And our PPU was 1 3/4. So you got 1 3/4 here, 1 3/4 with the Estonian ammo or Lithuanian or whatever it is. Fiocchi, they're all pretty close, but the best was 1 1/2. Now I may do the same thing and go mount that scope on there and try to rerun this. I'm not quite sure, but I thought the 1 8 would shoot a lot better, but that's just the way it goes. Alright guys,